Unemployment in Wales has risen by 6,000 to 127,000 according to the Office for National Statistics. This increase means that more than a fifth of 19 to 24-year-olds are not in education, employment or training, which is higher than anywhere else in the UK. Regeneration programmes are set up all across Wales to help improve employability as well as life and basic skills. But do they work, and can they make a difference for those who are looking for a job?
Young Wales are given an opportunity he would never have had. If it wasn't for them, Ryan wouldn't have nothing.
It's not like a normal business, but it's just like a special business, you know what I mean?
Some of the people just can't hack the life outside the prison, and there are difficulties, but if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Ryan Noble was bullied at school, which meant he rarely attended. Despite his teachers' and parents' best efforts, they couldn't convince Ryan to go back into the classroom.
I just didn't like school environment, teachers or stuff like that. In a classroom, I didn't put your hand up and stuff like that. I just found it quite awkward and embarrassing.
Well, Ryan in school, to be honest, he wouldn't have passed no exams or nothing. He wasn't there half the time. He was in the house 24 hours a day, he never went out.
Due to his poor attendance, the school's welfare officer contacted Ryan's family to suggest an alternative to mainstream education. One of their suggestions was Young Wales.
I found it was more suited to me. I was more into media, music, modern technology, rather than being in a classroom full of people. I preferred the one-on-one, like, tuition.
Young Wales is a programme created by the regeneration charity Meadow Prospect. It is designed to help 14 to 16-year-olds who have been excluded, are at risk of exclusion, or who are non-attenders like Ryan. By allowing the students to explore the creative industries, Young Wales is providing a second chance to learn.
What we try to do is say, look, this is as close to work as you're going to get. And it's a real good insight into what the workplace is going to be, as opposed to school. We wanted to make it as least like school as possible. So there's very few rules and regulations. We try to treat them with respect, but in return we need that respect back. 90% of the time it works perfectly.
At times it can be quite challenging in Young Wales. Bill and his team admit they will tolerate an element of bad behaviour, but they can't allow it to disrupt their business.
We're commercially dealing with clients. So like you're doing now, making this film, that's what we do. We make films. So you can't have a youngster swearing and having a tantrum when there's a customer in.
3 years have passed since Ryan first started at Young Wales. During this time he has gained 2 qualifications, a GCSE in Maths and English. Ryan is still at Young Wales, but not as a student. Instead he's working full-time as a photography tutor.
Working with the students, you can like kind of see like you and them, like what you went through and everything, and you think, oh yeah, you can put the hard face on, but like really I know what you like and like inside and everything, and you can like, they kind of respect you for it, and you can see where they're coming from as well.
I'm very proud, really proud of him. Bill have suggested I should be really proud, and I've told him straight, yes I am, because I know Ryan couldn't have had nothing like this if he was just from school. I always recommend Young Wales because the difference in Ryan is unbelievable, and the opportunities he's had from there as well.
It's been a really good experience with Young Wales. I appreciate the job and everything. Again, like I said, with Young Wales, completely different. You get treated like an adult, you get respected like an adult, but in school it's always that they're more formal, and like you're just kind of like, they're there because they got to do it, not because they want to do it. Whereas with Young Wales, the people that work here are here because they want to do it, and their heart's in it, not because like they got to do it for the money and stuff.
Another regeneration programme created by Meadow Prospect is Grow Enterprise Wales. Delivering services all across South Wales, Grow is designed to get people work ready and back into employment. Since its establishment 3 years ago, Grow has helped hundreds of people back into work.
One of the main cornerstones of Grow operations is using training to get people work ready, as well as giving them the experience of turning up to work, doing a normal day's work, and then getting that experience, and then they leave Grow after 6 months with a very good CV, some qualifications, which probably a lot of them that I've not had in the past, and employers are finding these people to be much more work ready than maybe coming straight from the job centre.
Finding work wasn't very easy for Rhys. His local job centre recommended a voluntary placement with Grow Enterprise Wales working in their recycling centre. At the end of the 6-month contract, Rhys unfortunately found himself out of work once again. However, as soon as a position became available, Grow contacted Rhys and asked him to become the new supervisor at that same recycling centre he started at here in Pontypridd.
I didn't expect to be a supervisor when I left school. I just thought I was going to have a normal job, just going home at night, bed, back in. It's a good experience, it's a good laugh. It's not like a normal business, but it's just like a special business, if you know what I mean. They come down here, they get to learn stuff. Like a lot of them never have worked before, so when they come down here, it gives them some experience.
Recently, Grow has been working towards expanding its business. As well as launching their own driving school, Grow are also looking into working closely with Cardiff Prison.
And we actually have a workshop in Cardiff Prison where we train prisoners who request to come on the programme, and then they come and work in Grow if they wish after they've left prison. We're working with the prison, and we're now working with the housing associations and the Welsh Government to try and work at a scheme whereby we have a sort of process. They come into work with Grow for 6 months or a year, and then they go and have accommodation as appropriate within the area.
Lee's main role is to work with the ex-offenders to help them through the process and share his own personal experiences. Before his time at Grow, Lee was coming to the end of a 4-year sentence.
My place within the project I find is valuable not just to myself with the experience, but to pass all that knowledge and support on to others and to help them adjust their lives.
During Lee's interview, there was a slight disruption as a man came into the warehouse and started taking photographs. You'll see him appear now.
Sir?
I don't know what I want to know from my husband.
Mate, can I,
Because I got sacked from you for asking for a pair of clothes.
Right, you're not supposed to just walk in here.
I know. I can't hold this, that's all. Just taking photos of us.
I don't know.
Although the footage is shaky, it shows that not everybody is satisfied with the work the programmes do. When asked if people are regularly turned away from the programme, Malcolm said,
We do occasionally turn people away. Also people, it doesn't work out. Some people, they just can't work and they need more intensive help than we can offer. We try and avoid turning people away, but occasionally it's the way of the world really. Some people won't make it. Some people come and try it and don't like it, and there are difficulties. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. That's why we're here.
it is clear there's a serious issue with unemployment in Wales, but by creating programmes like Young Wales and Grow Enterprise Wales, Meadow Prospects are showing how they are innovatively tackling the problem.
So we deliver OCNs, ASDANs and Highfield qualifications. Commercial work, so all of the films that we make, the web design, graphics and music and events.
Last year alone, Young Wales awarded over 1,000 credits to the children on the programme. They are currently working across 6 boroughs in South Wales with over 180 young people on their books. With their strong volunteering ethos, Grow have given out over 600 placements to those looking for a chance to get work experience and to better themselves.
It's about the experience I've gained. Working with the boys, I met some really tidy people down here. It's good for my future then, so it can only help me by being down here.
However small the steps may be, by helping hundreds of people like Rhys and Ryan, Meadow Prospects are certainly making a step in the right direction.